The Mammography Quality Standards Act updates remind us that every mammogram report must contain one overall final assessment of findings.
Hello, it's Rick, and I'd like to invite you to join me in this mini moment about the final assessment of the findings category identified in Section 900.12, Paragraph C, Subparagraph 1, Subparagraph 4, Item D, Suspicious.
According to MQSA regulation, when selected, this assessment must appear in the test results report as suspicious. It is defined as findings without all the characteristic morphology of breast cancer, but indicating a definite probability of being malignant. It should not be lost in all of this conversation that the American College of Radiology also has a report organization called the Breast Imaging Reporting and Data System. This system includes a BI-RADS Category 4, suspicious. This category is reserved for findings that do not have the classic appearance of malignancy, but are sufficiently suspicious to justify a recommendation for biopsy. In the real world, where your breast imaging practice operates, it is not unusual for interpreting physicians using the ACR assessment category system to include multiple BI-RADS category assessments into a single report of test results when a bilateral study is performed based on the breast imaging findings of each individual breast. Also, the ACR understands that Category 4 can be used to assess a very wide probability of malignancy, from over 2% to just under 95%. So it has divided its BI-RADS Category 4, suspicious, into three subclassifications. Category 4A indicates the patient has mammographic findings, with a likelihood of malignancy of greater than 2%, but less than or equal to 10%. Category 4B's likelihood ranges from greater than 10% to less than or equal to 50%, and Category 4C's falls between a possibility of breast cancer greater than 50% and less than 95%. However, please note, the FDA's Mammography Quality Standards Act states that all breast imaging practices are required to comply with this guidance when reporting mammogram results. Overall final assessment of findings classified in one of the following categories. The assessment statement is only the word or phrase within the quotation marks. This refers to incorporating a single overall final imaging assessment for the mammogram using one of the categories provided in MQSA's lexicon and the specific wording provided in the regulations when reporting the assessment selected. According to multiple studies, using suspicious as the final assessment may account for around 2 to 10% of all mammographic assessments, with a combined average of 20 to 35% of lesions categorized as such, confirmed as malignant upon biopsy. The suspicious assessment in breast imaging requires a comprehensive approach that considers the patient's medical, psychological, and emotional needs. Clear and sensitive communication, timely follow-up procedures, individualized risk assessment, patient education, and emotional support are all critical components in managing the impact of a suspicious finding. By addressing these factors, healthcare providers can help patients feel supported, informed, and confident in their care plan, ultimately improving their overall experience and outcomes. For the referring clinician and other healthcare providers, a suspicious assessment in breast imaging, clear and timely communication, detailed interpretation and recommendations, thorough documentation, and effective multidisciplinary collaboration are essential. Understanding the impact on clinical practice and addressing the additional workload can help healthcare providers manage these cases more efficiently, ultimately leading to better patient outcomes and satisfaction. As with other final assessments, the suspicious assessment was the subject of several regulatory comments and responses during the review process. A point was raised regarding a comment recommending using 4A, 4B, and 4C alphanumeric subcategories. The FDA disagreed, recognizing that BI-RADS is a practice guideline published by a professional society and is not associated with the MQSA quality standard requirements. They did, however, state that a numeric or alphanumeric BI-RADS assessment code could also be used to complement the one overall assessment of findings mandated in Section 900.12, Paragraph C, Subparagraph 4 of this final rule in the regulations. Another comment expressed concern about the potential anxiety caused to patients by the suspicious assessment. The FDA agreed and modified the updated regulations to include the following. If the assessment of the mammography report is suspicious or highly suggestive of malignancy, the facility shall provide the patient a summary of the mammography report written in lay language within 7 calendar days of the final interpretation of the mammograms. The suspicious assessment is a critical component in mammography reporting, aiding in the early detection and treatment of breast cancer. It ensures that patients receive timely and appropriate care by providing a clear and standardized method for identifying lesions with a likelihood of malignancy. By understanding this assessment category's role in the MQSA lexicon of overall final assessments available to select from and its implications, healthcare providers can make informed decisions and effectively communicate with patients, ultimately improving the quality of care in breast imaging. If you like this, please give it a like. Also, make sure to subscribe for more bite-sized information about other mini moments. Do you have an opinion or idea about something you want to hear about? Please leave us a comment. To get references to the information used here, check out the link to our Knowledge Hub below. Until next time, continue striving to enhance patient outcomes by delivering compassionate and precise breast imaging care.